spent a number of days tasting at the Chateau and at the UGCs. The question is, how good is 2016 Bordeaux, particularly in context of one or two critics calling it out as the best vintage since 1982? Our view is that it's the perfect complement to 2015, where Margaux and Pessac-Lugnan and certain parts of Saint-Emilion and Pomerol were fantastic. In 2016, the clear winners were Saint-Estèphe, Pauillac and Saint-Julien, and there were truly wonderful wines made in each of those appellations. Looking at Margaux, the wines were less exciting than 2015 in our view and more variable. The same was true of Pessac-Lugnan. There were some wonderful wines such as Carme-Aubryon and Mission-Aubryon, but there was much greater variability in 2016 than in 2015. Looking at the right bank, the Merlots at their best were wonderful, and there were some great wines made in both Saint-Emilion and in Pomerol, and the character of the vintage is lower alcohol, so in many instances wines were produced at a full percentage of alcohol below their counterparts in 2015. But we have to call out that in some wines on the right bank there was a faint bitterness on the mid-palate, and the wines in many instances were not as complete as their 2015 counterparts. If we had to point the finger on one appellation and say this was the great success of 2016, it would have to be Saint-Estèphe. And the great news is that there are fantastic values across the board in Saint-Estèphe, from the top cru such as Montrose and Côte d'Estournel, all the way down to some of the lesser known Grand Cru Classé and Cru Bourgeois. And they really are beautiful wines and probably the best since 1982.